Hello everybody, my name is Random Rabbit, and today we will be playing PowerWash Simulator with my good friend Lexi. Lexi, how you doing?
Doing good. It's
That's good.
been a crazy day, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, I know, I feel it. Oh gosh. I went bowling earlier and my legs are all like tense now, fingers a little wiggly.
Wiggly? They weren't wiggly
They're a little
before.
wiggly.
You said what?
Eating ramen after
Hey, I
it was
mean, whatever
shaky.
works, right? No, I completely understand that. Whenever I go bowling, my fingers will be I'll have shaky hands, or my fingers will just be extremely tense. So I get it.
Yeah. Oh man. Look at all these choices. Alright. I think I think we're gonna go ahead and do Subway. Yeah, we're
Okay.
good. So
Hmm.
that's a one to two players. Yeah, Subway. But yeah.
Cool.
So let's get that started, shall we?
Yes.
Start the job. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Whoa! This
Oh.
this place is nasty. All right, now let's. Da, 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 da. Do I has to send invite via Steam? Multiplayer no. Allow. Yes. Confirm. Invite friend. Here we go. Invite friend. Okay, we got it figured out. Let's go ahead and invite you. There you are. Look at you. We did
We
it.
finally made it work.
We did it. That only took like 5 seconds, but we did it.
It's still okay. Um,
You good? Oh, you're all the way on the other side. Hey.
Hello. I
Hello.
guess I start on this end?
If you feel like it, sure, let's just meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. How far? Do we start at the gate and then meet in the middle, and then we'll each do like a side of the tracks? Or
I
do we want to go like,
guess perhaps you would like
okay,
some interesting statistics on our railroad systems whilst you work? No, I don't care about your railroad systems, I only care about the money. I'm not here to
only,
learn!
I'm only here for the moolah.
Give me the monies. You don't give me the monies, I don't give you the clean subway. You don't get to have it. This is New York. You don't get to have a clean subway. I'm sorry if
Uh,
there's anybody out there from New York watching this. I have never been. I don't know what it's like there, but the stereotype is that it's dirty as heck. I'm going off stereotypes. I don't know if they're true or not. I'm not trying to offend anybody. That is
no
never
offense meant.
that is never the aim of my little quips. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Well, sometimes they're on purpose, but that's only to my friends.
Yeah, purposely on to friends, not random people on the internet.
No. I don't like insulting people on the internet on purpose. If it happens on accident, then I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. Because I didn't.
Hey, you're just gonna get on with it. Basically, you're gonna say, I'm sorry, and move on.
Yep. Like we just did.
Yeah.
Sorry if I offended anybody. Moving on. Oh man. Every time I clean one of these, I get more like, how the heck did it get this dirty in the first place?
Yeah, like I mean, sure. Am I the best at keeping like my my living space like pristine? No, but it's clean enough that I can actually live in it and it's not like unbearable, you know?
And I can't visually see the dirt on the walls. So.
Yeah. And the fact that when you look at the gate, that the gate is pretty dirty, but then you look at the stairs that go down into the subway, and everything else is just pristine. It's like,
It's so
what's going on there?
pristine. Like, how did it get so dirty? I mean, just the difference in the tile alone from cleaning the floor. Just holy crap.
Yeah, dude.
Shiny. So shiny. I'm trying to avoid singing the full songs because I don't know if I'm gonna get copyright claim.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not playing the actual song, I'm just quoting it. I'm sorry. Sorry if that offends you, Disney. How dare I?
How dare.
It'd be funny if I got flagged for saying something like that. Like, how dare you offend Disney?
That would be funny, but at the same time, I don't know that they would.
I don't think they would. I would hope not.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Don't flag me. I did nothing wrong. Yet.
I just made a simple joke.
It is all in good fun. No, I'm gonna try and get some soap. That's fine. That's fine. This is the one. Glass metal. Let's get a bit of metal cleaner, shall we? Just gotta clean off the rust. I feel like there's another place that people stereotypically say is like dirtier or something than New York. Like for their subway system. What is it, like Chicago or something?
That's something. I'm not completely sure. I've always heard that maybe New York is one of the dirtiest ones. But I've also, like, there's always the stuff that you hear in, like, your geography class, and you hear about, like, how in the other bathe in the river, and because of those things, like, it's like, okay, I get that. Like, it's special to them. It has a sacred, reverence for them, and that's fine. Just, I would not partake in it myself because.
That was a strange sound for the refilling of the liquid.
Like gurgle.
Yeah. Just this weird soupy
gurgle
sound, and I'm like, what was that?
Yeah, like I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting to have my ear filled with a gurgle today.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I got one of the gates, yay.
I'm working on one of them.
Come on, clean it, clean the gate. You can do it. It's almost clean, come on. It's almost there. It's just choosing not to get clean. There we go. Got it. Whoa, I didn't even look above at the arch. Like,
Yeah.
some strange drawings. Every time I look at these, it makes me think of, oh, what was the one song? Sound of Silence, I think. The prophets, like, are written on the marble walls, like in the subway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The prophecy. It's something like that.
Yeah. Tenement halls, the sound of silence. Yeah. Something. They say something. It's something about
Okay.
Words of the prophets are written on the hearts of the. There we go. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. So when you listen to that song, do you think of the original or do you think of another version of it? Because when I hear that song, I think of a different version.
I think of the oh, what's their name? I don't think of the original. I think of the what are they called?
Was it Disturbed?
Disturbed.
That rock band?
It's Disturbed, yes.
Dude, so that song for them, The Sound of Silence, brought a whole new light to their band. Because now their band is more like some slow songs. They have a whole bunch of good songs that are pretty much mellow compared to what they used to do. And oh my word, they're so, like, they're powerful songs. They're good songs that, like, people need to hear.
Yup.
So it's like I listen to Disturbed a lot, but, like, those are the songs that are, like, top of my list for Disturbed, but I think that's because of what they need.
Is it?
Because of what the songs themselves need.
Yeah, in freaking high school, that's the version we listened to for that song in our English class, remember?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because Mr. Bartholomew showed that to us.
Yeah. Dude, I'm looking at this drawing of, like, whatever prophecy thing, and I'm seeing, like, 2 golems with gems in their chests fighting this weird, like, robot demon thing.
Huh.
I'm trying to interpret it.
Trying to interpret the writing.
Yes. Ooh.
You know, when I first started taking my anthropology class, I totally thought that that's what I was going to be doing, was, like, learning ancient languages and learning how to interpret them.
Yeah.
But no, as soon as I started, like, in the anthropology class was fun, not gonna lie, but, like, one of the first things day one talked about was, what she said was, like, what's the first rule of you going to any other, like, culture? And, like, she was like, if you're a Star Trek fan, you're gonna know this. And then I immediately raised my hand, and I was like, yep, I'm a Trekkie, and I'm proud of it, and, yeah, I know what that is. And she was just like, okay, so what does it mean when you go to a new culture? And it's, like, the basic rule when you go to a new culture, whether you're wanting to be there to learn or anything, is you do not implement anything modern, especially if it's a culture that does not have modern technology. That so you don't bring your cell phone, you don't talk to them about cell phones, you communicate with them in their way, and you are in their culture. You don't mess with their culture because you don't want to confuse them, because it's not like they're less the word.
That's why time travel is such, like, a really, like, bad idea, in my opinion. Because,
oh yeah,
because the concept would be, like, you couldn't go back in time, because the technology you used to get there, one, would probably still be on your person so that you could get back to your original time, and 2, they would be massively confused by how did that happen, why are you wearing these strange clothes,
where did you come from,
all of that. Like, if we were to go back to freaking the 1700s, oh my gosh, the massive confusion that would happen.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the whole thing of why there's the it's called the butterfly effect. So that's why we have that as, like, a thing where it's just like, if time travel were possible and basically relevant to what we would need, then the necessity of that would be, like, the butterfly effect, which is you don't mess with anything. Because there is no reason for you to touch anything in a world that's already gone by. Like, you don't need to mess with anything in the timeline that you're not a part of, because you could severely alter the future which you live in, you know, like.
I do find it really interesting, though, because, like, the way that they've shown it like in shows and movies and whatnot, is that, you know, you're messing with time travel, but in a sense, it has already happened because, you know, they make the accident of, oh no, I touched something, or I said something to this person in the past, you know, clearly I messed up. But when they get back, nothing has changed because they were meant to do that. Because it had already happened.
Because it had already happened. And that's the thing, is if time travel was meant to happen and you go back into the past, that is supposed to happen when you're told. But a person from a different time period, I think there'd be a lot of different things that have happened in life already from that. Not that life. I think we'd have more stories of people being visited by people from the past, or at least in the future, of like telling them that, hey, don't make this choice, or I'm going to say this to you because it's going to mean something to you later.
Yo,
you know, we'd see more of that.
I just had a thought. With the whole time travel thing, what if, like, connecting it to aliens, what if they're not actually aliens, they're just people from the future taking the people from now to learn and see, like, maybe that's the new form of, like, history in that time, is we have time machines, so we literally go back to those places, pick up a person, learn what they're like, learn what they're going through, and then put them back, erase their memory, mostly. And the people who, you know, quote-unquote, do remember the situations are from the students that, like, oops, forgot to wipe that. Forgot to wipe their memories. Oopsies.
That's the huge thing, is I can support the fact that you don't think that time travel is necessarily possible. But I just don't believe that we'd ever come to a technology where we'd be able to basically reverse time itself for a singular. Because if we ever came into the technology of reverse time at all, I feel like there'd be no way for us to single it down to one unless we found a way. Which,
I mean, the closest thing
time
we've got right now is scientists reviving the woolly mammoth.
Yeah, there is that. Well, and the other thing, I saw this thing, I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I did see that there has been some scientists that have, like, reversed the aging process in mice. So they've been able to basically rejuvenate mice when they're in their old age to have them be younger. But I don't know what that progress necessarily is, because they could seem like it's reversing, but I think with the way that the body works, it could have reversed the mind and basically a little bit of the body, but I don't think it would reverse that entirely, just because the body's meant to get old and the body bones get more brittle. You can reverse that effect. So it's like, I don't know what they mean by reversing the aging process, because they can't reverse aging bones. Like, they can't do.
You know what reversing the aging process is? Plastic surgery.
Yeah. I mean, that's very true.
That's what a lot of people use to, you know, make themselves feel younger again. They use Botox, they use plastic surgery, and, like, it's either to make themselves feel more beautiful or to make themselves feel younger. I don't think there's an actual, like, oh no, you know, this is happening to you and the only way to fix it is by plastic surgery and whatnot. I don't think that's a thing in the medical world.
No.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, no. So, like, we know a lot of, like, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
Surgery, you know. Like, I mean, what's her name? She's, like, super famous. I think it's Jennifer Coolidge, because she played in, like, the modern day, like, not really modern, but the Cinderella story from, like, the 2000s or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, from what I've, like, heard, I honestly don't know, but she looks like she's gotten a lot of plastic surgery, or at least gotten a boob job or two. So, I mean, that's completely up to people. It's depending on what they want for their life. I hold no judgment to Jennifer Coolidge.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beautiful woman, inside and out, but I just feel like sometimes women can decide to go a little bit too far. Like that one girl that tried to look like, what's her face? It's the lady that plays Maleficent.
Oh crap, who is that?
But, like,
Who
so,
is that?
you know, she looks like herself, right? So that lady, that celebrity. But then there was an influencer or somebody who spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to try to look like her through plastic surgery. And
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Because Angelina Jolie is beautiful.
She's
and
a
her
gorgeous woman.
Her facial features are completely natural. I don't think that she's done anything to her face to make it as like it looks modified, but
But it's not.
I feel like that's
in the
all
movie,
she has
it was definitely modified a bit to make her cheekbones, like, I think, stand out a bit more, because her cheekbones are already very prominent.
Yeah.
But, like, they needed it to be a little different so that it could give that more, like, fey bird feel.
Yeah, just because of who Maleficent is. Yeah, and that's the thing, is, like, they can do modifications for movies where it's just, like, a little silicone thing that they attach to the skin with a special glue that doesn't touch the skin. But when, like, the fact that Angelina Jolie's facial features otherwise are completely natural, as far as I know, that she has, I don't think she's gotten Botox, I don't think that she's gotten that, but I could completely be wrong. But, like, she is still, like, a super beautiful woman for what she's done. I just feel like some women idolize people who have gotten Botox or plastic surgery a little bit too. Just because the thing is you are beautiful as you are. But if you feel that you need to do that because of insecurities or because of some other reasons, then go ahead. Nobody's going to judge you for doing it. But just make sure that you don't obsess yourself over it, because you're just going to end up making yourself feel worse, especially if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to, or all that kind of stuff. It's just a whole bunch of, like, you have to believe that you are free.
It's what they say all the time, you know, beauty comes from within, and it really is, like, you could be what the world and society considers to be quote-unquote ugly, but if you have a wonderful personality, it shines through. It really does.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, here's the thing. For a long time, like, I've blown up a lot, I would say, and that's shooting my own horn a little bit. But I do believe that I've had a glow up where I feel a lot more confident in myself, in my body, in the way that I treat my own body. But that's also after years and years and years of believing that I had to have a beautiful outwards appearance for anybody to love me, or to like me, or want anything to do with me. And so I was self-conscious about that. And I know that lots and lots of girls have problems with that. I feel for them, and I have them in my hearts, because, oh boy, that's a hefty lot to hold.
Yeah. You know, as a young girl growing up, and it's really funny. I've noticed this with our parents. Is they, at least for me, like, started telling us things that they were told in their childhood that they did not like. And, like, my parents personally have figured it out, and they're like, oh, we're so sorry, kind of thing. Except maybe my dad needs to work on that. But they're trying to be better, and they're like, okay, I see that this was wrong. This is something that I didn't like to hear when I was a child, so why would you like to hear it? And so, but, like, when I was younger, my mom would occasionally tell me, you know, put on some makeup, you need to look nice for, like, you know, going to anything, like an outing, or when I was younger, like going to church kind of thing. she was like, you gotta wear makeup, you know, you want to look your best. And yeah, of course I wanted to look my best, but my best doesn't have to be with makeup.
Yeah, your best doesn't have to be like an extension of yourself, like makeup, or adding something to and like, that's why I always like have to ask my dad to be a bit more sensitive when he tells stories about things, because sometimes my dad will be like, well, why do you just not shave your legs? And I'm like, because I don't have to. Like, one, it's in the middle of the winter, so of course, no, I'm not going to shave my legs. Like, that's insulation.
Guys have no shave November. We have no shave winter.
Yeah, we literally have no shave winter, because guess what? We have to shave all through spring and summer. Like, they don't have that stuff to worry about.
Nope.
Because not only do we have our legs to worry about, but we also have an undercarriage to worry about. You know, like, it's not just one part of our body to worry about. It's multiple. And it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. Like, I'm sorry, your 15-minute, 20-minute shower turns into an hour beside the
Yeah.
It takes forever, because we want to be thorough. We want to make sure that all the hair is gone.
And
so there's no way for it to just be...
I hate it when I miss a spot. Like, I get out of the shower and I feel that I missed a spot.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
It's so frustrating.
Oh, it just makes me so mad. Every time.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating. But at the same time, like, I can understand where my dad's coming from, because, like, I get it. Hair is natural on men and women, but I get it that women are supposed to have, I guess, less hair, like, when you do.
To my understanding, like, razors and stuff didn't start being used by women until, like, the early 1900s or something like that.
Yeah, so, like, the thing is, like, it's more of a more modern thing that women need to shave their legs, because, my goodness, can you imagine living in a time period where you didn't bathe all the time? You had to make sure you shaved your legs all the time.
Oh my gosh.
But you couldn't, like, use water or anything to do that. Like, and you had to use, like, a barber knife to do it, you know, not, like, have a personal razor. You had to worry about men's hair all over it. Like, ew.
No, I don't want that.
Like, thing is we would not want to live in that life. Like, we as women, we have it good here in the modern world. But, like,
we have our struggles, but we do have it pretty good.
Yeah. And, like, the thing is everybody has their struggles. We just have our own when it comes to men.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I saw this video, or this... No, yeah, it was part of a video earlier today. Oh, man. And it was, like, these two guys, like, texting, and one guy goes, "You really think that girls are better than guys?" And the guy goes, "Yes, I do." And then the first one says, "Well, then why did God create Adam first?" And then the second guy goes, "Well, he needed a rough draft."
Yeah.
He needed a rough draft.
The thing is, like, if you think about it, God gave women specific things to... I mean, I would say necessarily that women and men are equal just because of what we believe in. But, basically, the way that it was made is that women are the caregivers, and that's why we have a little bit more of that. I feel like that's why some people think we're better, because we carry the child. We make the child. Like, we build that child from the...
The guy helped a little bit. He gave me what I needed to make everything else, but...
It was 9 months, okay? The rest of the 9 months, it's all up to the woman, and that's her taking care of the child that is in the womb. So not only is the body taking the necessary to basically feed that fetus, she also has to she has to maintain her own diet so that her own food and nutrition so that she can stay healthy while she's building this child. And she also has to deal with taking care of herself if she's still if she still has a job at this point. She still has to go to work, even if she has morning sickness. Like, she has so much to worry about. Like,
I really wish that here in the US we had paid maternity leave. Like, I wish we had that.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: some companies do have that, but it's very few.
It's
And
not like a law thing.
yeah, no, it's not like a specific like you have to have this for your women employees. Like it's like a it's whatever. And that's why why a lot of moms who do get pregnant, they take the maternity leave, and then it's 6 to 8 whatever they give them, and then they have to they just have to go back, and then they're separated from their baby, which at that point a 6-week-old baby is not going to be okay being away from it for 9 hours. Like at that point, is mom taking the baby to work with them, which could be distraction in the workplace.
It can be.
Like it can be, but at the same time, like
I'm glad that our high school allowed like a daycare, and then also that daycare was part of a class.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing, I got to be a part of that, and I think that was one of the most fulfilling things when I think I did that junior year, because it's also the same year that I had to take a robot baby home.
Oh, that's right.
My word. I'm sorry.
I'm really glad I never took that class.
Yeah, with your condition, it probably would have been hard for you because you had to wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, although like it was like a 50-50 or something like that. Like sometimes the baby sleeps through the whole night for like the entire time for the person. Other times it's like the baby wakes up every 3 hours for the student that has that robo baby, and it's like, holy crap, I don't want any of those.
Yeah, my baby woke up all the time. Here's the thing, I could have nearly gotten 100% score if it wasn't for the fact that the sensor on my bracelet wasn't working for the first 3 hours. And so I had to find the specific spot for the sensor to work, and it was underneath the baby, on the back of its butt.
That's weird.
Legitly for it to stop crying. And so it was crying for a good 20 minutes, and that's why I got a mark down. Otherwise, my sensor worked fine. And I was able to calm the baby and feed it and do whatever it needed. And that's the whole thing is I had a 98%. And my teacher went, how do you have that? How do you have a 98% and not 100%?
I have little brothers.
I was my sensor didn't work. That's the reason. But then I was and I also have dealt with children my entire life. I've been a babysitter for years. But that's just the position of the oldest sibling, but also oldest sister too. That's not something I can watch from my record.
But also fortunately, I never got to experience that because I am the little one of 2 children.
Yeah, well, and I find that a blessing too. And that's the other thing is some people you just go through different experiences. Or you don't necessarily have to deal with that all that often, I mean, because of where I live and what I did for my family and stuff, it was so much easier for me to be the person that babysat instead of my parents finding somebody to babysit, it was just easier for my family for me to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question for inside the game. Do we have a ladder? We do.
Yeah, I used it earlier.
I'm gonna steal this because, oh my word.
Use the ladder.
Give me the ladder.
That looks so weird. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. Use the power spray.
Okay, I have to change this. No, it's that. Okay. Perfect.
The dirt on this refuses to leave.
My jaw is tight right now. I don't know why, but my jaw will get tight a lot, super often, and it frustrates me sometimes. And I've gone to my doctor, my dentist, about it a couple times. Hey, what do I need to do? And he's don't clench your teeth at night. And I'm what do you mean? I'm I don't clench my teeth at night. He's just well, do you have some ongoing stress? And I'm you my therapist? Like, yeah, of course I have ongoing stress. I'm 20 years old. I have stress every single day of my life. This is not an abnormal thing. But
No, but you need to not be stressed. Clearly, you're too stressed.
I know, like, clearly I'm just too stressed that my body flinches my...
Because it's obviously possible to not be stressed while working. Like, why aren't you just,
obviously.
not being stressed?
No, I don't know. Maybe I just need to take some melatonin pills before I go.
You need to take some medicine to forget everything that's going on and just be zoned out.
Dude, if I could go to work for 9 hours, take a melatonin, and just like zone out while I'm at work and just do my crap, and not have to deal with anybody there, I think that'd be the perfect job. But not any job that you have to deal with customers or outward people. It is a perk. Because, I mean, I've worked in customer service for pretty much my whole working life, and it sucks. Mm-hmm. People are mean, and that's the reality of it. It's ridiculous, but there's nothing anybody can do about it, because there's always going to be people who are entitled. There's always going to be people who think they're so high and mighty in the world that they deserve all the credit, or they deserve special treatment for some reason.
See, people, that's why I use this one. Sorry, I tried to use the green nozzle on the wall here, and it was not like it needed to. So, back to the yellow nozzle.
Yeah.
Tried and true.
So I usually go for the yellow one, and then, especially if I'm closer to the wall, and then if I, need to, then I go to the red one, just because it can get in better.
Yeah.
But no, did I ever tell you about I have a salesperson at the job. I won't say his name.
Let's just call him Bob.
Yeah. Okay, so Bob, this person Bob, he's not really like this super like nice guy. He'll put off this disposition that he's super nice and that he like cares and he wants to talk to you and like really like puts an effort in of being your friend or whatever. No. This dude, this guy, he thinks he's the king of the world. He thinks he's whoever. He thinks he's the rabbi, okay, of the world. And it's ridiculous because he just treats everybody like crap. He has
the I'm greater than thou syndrome.
Yeah, he does. And that's the thing, is like, I try really hard to give the benefit of the doubt. So I try to be nice to him every single day that, today's going to be a good day. But then if we don't give him like a good phone up, which is just a customer calling in that hasn't worked with anybody yet, if we give him a bad one, then he comes yelling at us as if it's our fault, and we kind of just look at him and be like, no, dude, like, this is not your place.
Wait a second, is this the guy that complained when you guys, like, didn't give him any calls?
No, so that guy is an older guy.
Okay.
We'll call him Fred.
Okay.
I don't know what his issue is. I can't really tell. I can't really say that it's an issue, but he definitely has this thing where I've been here for such and such years that, if you have a call, you can give it to me. And we just have to be like, no, like, we can't just give you a call because that's unfair for us to just give you every call that we get.
Yeah.
We just have to be pretty stern with him and say, you know what, we get that you've been here for such and such years, but you don't just get to tell us who and who not to give these phone up to.
Yeah.
So, and kind of walk out there. We've had to talk to our managers a couple times about it to get them to Fred, but oh my gosh. Sometimes Fred is amazing. Sometimes he's a really funny dude. Like, this is not a guy that you consistently have to worry about being rude to you. Bob definitely is. Fred is not.
You don't gotta worry about Fred. What is happening? Why do I keep going out of crouch mode? Just let me crouch.
I don't know. But no, back to Bob. So he treats everybody like crap. He wasn't there on the last day of the month for this past month, so the January, which is a super huge day for the dealership and kind of the day after as well, because everybody's rushing to get stuff put in the computer so all of it gets through to the state and stuff, so everything's processed. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't there, so one of his vehicles came in that somebody had bought, and they had to call the guest and be like, hey, we know this person's out, but you're gonna have to come in and sign up on this vehicle if you want it. And so they had another salesperson work on it, and he flipped out. He was like, how dare you give my deal away, blah blah blah, how dare you.
Sorry you weren't there, Bob. Jeez.
Like, the literal deal of working there is if you're not there on the last day of the month, then you don't get the deal if somebody else worked it. Like, you are probably on half of it, but, like, if you're not here, then you don't get the full. Like, he's just one of those people that he's an a-hole. He's an a-hole. And so everybody just doesn't like him. He's one of those people that nobody likes. And I'm surprised that his wife stays with him, but he's probably a lot better at home than he is at work. So, can't really be the judge of that.
I don't know why, but I was just reminded of my freaking science teacher in 9th grade who, like, was probably, like, he seemed like a really nice guy, like, at home or whatnot. But, like, in school, oh my gosh, he was so creepy.
Yeah, creepy, mean,
creepy,
whatever.
Mean. I was a fine student. I was fine. I was nice. Sure, I would chat in class, but usually it was to a friend that needed help.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a, oh my gosh, we're talking about this guy, Jam. I don't know. I just made that up on the spot.
Yeah, like,
I'm not...
You and I are both, like, so similar when it comes to, like, school. We wouldn't chat unless it's absolutely, like, allowed, or, like, one of us.
Like, we would talk, but we would still make sure to get our work done.
Oh, I mean, like, we're best friends, and we still made sure that each of us were getting our work done, and if we needed help, we gave each other help. But it's not like we ever talked in the middle of books or other things like that. We literally, like, we just sat together.
For real.
Like, we would talk, but we'd talk in the hall, or we would just be ourselves.
Mm-hmm. But, like, oh my gosh, this science teacher that I'm talking about, he was creepy. He got mad and said that I was such a horrible student. So my mom and I, we went and saw him twice. Once it was just me and my mom. The second time it was with, like, the vice principal or one of the counselors or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time we went, he, seemed like, laughing, like, yeah, she's such a horrible student, like, joking, right?
Yeah.
Once we got somebody from, like, once we got vice principal, counselor, whoever he was, I think he was the counselor, once we got him involved, oh my gosh, this man flipped out. He started saying those same things, but he was, like, dead serious. He was yelling, actually, and that's when the counselor stopped him and went, you need to calm down.
Yeah.
You need to stop. And funny enough, he got fired that year.
Wow.
Because the counselor saw it, and he didn't get fired, like, he stayed until the end of the year, but, when they were, like, saying the teachers that are retiring this year, they said he was retiring.
Quote, unquote, retiring.
Yeah. Oh, he's just retiring, it's fine.
That reminds me of my third grade teacher at a specific elementary school in Centerville. You actually don't live that too far away from it, It's Reading Elementary that's just down from
Oh, yeah.
the church.
Yeah.
So there was a teacher, I don't remember her name, but she was not nice at all. And I was not the only child that had problems with her. And my parents were not the only parents that had an issue with the way that she was treating kids. But apparently there was enough parents and kids that were having issues with her that they basically got her fired, or she like left before they could fire her and take care of the issue, basically.
That might be what my science teacher did as well. Like, oh, I'm retiring. You can't fire me.
Yeah, well, and then she was found in another state to be a teacher, and basically, like, after that point, she got her license revoked just because of how mean she was. She was basically mentally abusing kids. She told me, and I carry this with me for a long time of my life, but she basically told me that I would amount to nothing if I couldn't do math.
Jeez.
Yeah, she told me that I would get nowhere because of that.
That's actually horrible. Teachers, please treat your students nicely.
Like, we get that they're frustrating and sometimes they don't listen, but holy cow.
Have
I'm
patience.
20 years old and I still have that in my head and in my heart that I'm not going to understand things because I'm not good at math. The thing is I've gotten better at math in the last couple of years, and I'm proud of myself for doing that, and I don't hold it against myself that, you know, I'm still going to amount to nothing, all that kind of stuff. Like, no, that lady's words mean nothing to me now. But, you know, like, it still bothered me for years. I struggled to get through the easiest of math in high school because of that, you know? Like, it's not nice. It's not.
No.
So just be nice, be courteous, be understanding that sometimes you don't know the full situation of what kids are struggling with, because, like, I have had plenty of teachers that love me like I'm their own child. So if you treat your kids like that, you'll motivate them.
Fortunately and unfortunately, throughout my schooling, I was a very good student, and so oftentimes I became the quote-unquote teacher's pet. And every time it happened, I got so mad because everybody would start coming to me like, oh, hey, Rabbit, do you have the answer? Do you have the answer? Do you know the answer to this? Oh, man, I need the answer. Do you know the answer? And when we moved here, freaking, what year was that? 7th grade. You know, I already knew all the stuff that was being taught in the class because, fun fact, the people, like, the schools here were actually, like, a year behind the schools in the previous state that I lived in. And so, like, I already knew most of the stuff, and as I was doing the homework, because we had time at the end of the class to do it, and she was like, yeah, go ahead, do your homework, like, these guys were like, hey, Mike, you know, hey, Rabbit. I almost said my real name there. Hey, ha ha ha. Hey, Rabbit. What's the answer? You know, like, and I was like, I don't actually know that one yet. I haven't gotten to that one. And they're like, what? You don't know it? I'm like, no, I don't know everything. Leave me alone.
Yeah, like, get out of my face. Well, and you mentioning the teacher's pet stuff, when I was in elementary school, it was about maybe 4th or 5th grade. We'll name this kid, what's a weird name that's not anything close to what his name was. We're gonna call him Joe.
Alright.
Joe, I had been told multiple times that, oh, he's bullying you because he's lying to you, right? The worst thing you could say to little girls, when they have a bully who's a boy, right? But he basically would always call me teacher's pet. He, there was a couple times he pushed me down and kind of like pushed me down to the ground. He tried to get me to have an F on a book report because I did the same book as him, when we really didn't like ever, like, it was not like the teacher had a rule against us doing the same, what's it called? The same book as somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And so it was like, there was never an issue of me doing that book. He just had an issue with it. And it was completely different scene from the book, too. Like, he just wasn't a nice guy. And then we got to, like, 6th grade. And at that point, he, like, had come to me at one point and was like, I'm sorry for treating you the way that I did. And all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of, I just kind of got super upset about it. So she's like, you know, I forgive you, but at the same time, I won't forget it.
Yeah.
But
That's why I like the whole forgive and forget. No. Don't forget it, because that's actually a risky game you're playing there. You can forgive them, but don't forget it. Don't be bitter about the memory, but don't forget what they did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that, like, here's the thing. He was, like, a cute guy. And that's, for an elementary school kid, it's, you know, whatever age you are. He was pretty cute. But he just wasn't my type. And so when I got told, oh, he's bullying you because he likes you, I went, ew, really? Like, he's bullying me because he likes me? Like, that makes no sense at all.
He's mean to me because he thinks I'm cute? What is up with that? And unfortunately, that kind of behavior, although it may be actually quite true, because as young boys, like, they don't know how to handle that feeling.
Yeah.
Telling a girl, oh, he's doing that because he likes you, unintentionally sets the basis of, like, oh, a guy being mean to you is him liking you.
Yeah, and that's unhealthy to begin with, especially when you're a young girl, just because what if, you know, like, I mean, here's the thing.
You become a young woman, and what you learned is that a guy being mean is a guy that likes you, and that's not.
It's a guy showing love. And that's when girls of younger ages get in relationships where the guy is abusive and ways, and then they feel, oh, but he loves me because he does this and he does this, but yeah, there's sometimes he does this to me, but he loves me, so it's okay. It's okay. Like, he still loves me. And I struggle with that so much when I hear stories of girls that go through that.
I had to say something really quick. Oh, nope, not cables. Don't give me I don't need that. Okay. Had to say something really quick. I'm back.
No, you're totally good.
Yeah. But yeah.
While we're on the subject of, like, bad, I guess kind of bad school memories, did I ever tell you the story about my arm getting stuck in the window?
I don't think you did.
So, when I was in elementary school, I think it was 4th grade, maybe it was 5th, I don't quite remember, but I think it was 4th, because it was with my teacher, with my 4th grade. But we were lining up after recess just to go inside, and I put my arm up against a windowsill of a window that opened. So it's one of those windows that opens outside, like it's kind of the ones that you see in churches sometimes, where the window panel goes out. Yeah. So the window panel was out, and I was kind of leaning my arm in a place where it was kind of right up against the bottom opening of the window. But so it was like a 9th grade party type thing. What one of the 9th graders didn't realize was that my arm was there, and he shut the window on my arm.
Oh, jeez.
And so I had this long purple and black bruise on my arm for weeks.
Owie.
Like, I still remember this kid, and I remember hating him for years because of it. But not only because of that, because he was my bully. But, like, this was the only time that he showed, like, true, like, consideration for my feelings. Because he went, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Like, it literally took us, like, 2 minutes to get it open. Because, like, he closed it on me, and then my teacher was like, "Hey, class, time to come in." And I was, like, in pain. So I'm like, "Teacher, I can't move." And she's
Teacher,
like,
help
"You can't
me!
move." And I was like, "Come here, come look at my arm." And she sees it pinched in the window, and she's like, "Oh my word." Like, she literally, like, it scared me half to death. Like, she even had the class make me a get well card for the next day.
Oh!
So I, like, stayed home from school because I was so, like, upset about what happened. I stayed home from school the next day because I was like, "No, I'm not okay." Because it was so scary. Like, you don't hear of that happening very often. In those old style windows, you don't hear of somebody's arm, like, full top part of their forearm getting pinched in the window.
Ouchie.
Like, you don't hear that.
No.
So it was like my poor fourth grade teacher, she was one of the sweetest souls I've ever met. But oh my gosh, she was like, oh, she like was freaking out. She put ice on it when we got back up to class. She like let me sit and like she literally let me take a nap because I was so overwhelmed about what was going on. She's like, "No, you just go ahead and take a nap in the back of the classroom." And I was like, "Thanks." Poor little 4-year-old, like, 4th grader Lexi is just sitting in the back of her classroom while everybody's learning, and she's just sitting there crying and laughing because she's just so overwhelmed.
Oh.
But yeah, it was like, it like, that's just one of my worst memories from junior high.
You're saying the whole,
elementary
like,
school.
you're saying the whole, like, 9th grader or whatever thing? Reminded me of junior high when there was this one time I was in gym, and for, you know, this whatever section of gym learning, yay, it was, we were playing volleyball, and lo and behold, this 9th grade boy, tall boy, we're playing, and he decides to spike the ball, and it goes right into my face. On my chin, just hit chin neck area, and I was like, ow. I didn't say anything, but like, he looked like he felt so bad, and I was like, it's okay.
Like, it's fine.
My PE teacher, she came over and was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "It hurts." And she's like, "Okay, how about you go wash up a bit or something in the girls' locker room and then come back out when you're ready." And I'm like, "Okay." I went in there. Went into the bathroom section of the locker room. I was by myself, and I just sat on the floor and started crying.
Yeah, that reminds me of so in sophomore year of high school. Actually, I don't know. You didn't make you and I weren't friends at this point.
No.
At this point, I was dating a different senior. His name was a really weird one.
Yeah.
His real, like, his first name started with an N, but what he went by started with an L, which is not a word that you would, like, it's not a word that you thought was a name.
Let's call him Larry.
Yeah.
To be with the
I
L,
don't
Larry.
call him Larry, though. I have an Uncle Larry that's amazing, though.
How about Luke? I don't know.
We'll call him Leonard.
Leonard. Yep, that works. Leonard.
Okay, so Leonard, he like, at first he was an amazing guy, but then got toxic and stuff. But, you know, obviously a senior dating a sophomore is going to get toxic eventually. But so him and I were in the same, basically gym class for high school, and we were playing soccer one day, in gym, and it was like absolutely wild because what was going on at gym that day was we were doing soccer outside, but it was freezing. It had just been raining. And so, but we still went out and played because our gym teacher gave us an option to play when it was raining or stay inside and play, like, indoor hockey.
Why would you choose the rain?
No, that's just basically what the entire class kind of just like picked. It was just like, yeah, we'll go outside in the rain. You know, that sounds great.
Let's go outside in the rain and get sick.
Yeah. So basically, we were outside and playing soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was goalkeep, and I got hit right in my face with a wet soccer ball.
Oh.
That stuff hurts.
It do.
That's not fun. My gym teacher, and this was, I don't know, you didn't ever have him, but
I might have.
He used to be like the football teacher before he retired, and like retired for a bit and then came back.
Was he an older dude that like was balding and had glasses?
Yeah,
Yeah, I had him. I had him
so
maybe. Wait.
Maybe
I did have him sophomore. I don't think you and I had the same class though.
No, I think we had it different.
It'd be hilarious if we did, and we just did not know.
Dude, yeah, what if we did? That's weird and freaky to me.
I don't remember playing in the rain though, so.
Yeah. So I was goalkeep, I got hit, and, you know, I, like, had blocked it really well, and so my gym teacher was like, wow, good job, and, like, you know, complimented me and stuff. And then, but the gym teacher pulls me aside and is like, you really okay? And I was like, no, not really. Like, I'm just a sophomore that almost, like, broke my nose, but I just got hit in the, like, I broke my nose, like, a week before that, and then,
ooh.
Like, because I remember telling you about my fainting story, right? I told you about that. How I fainted and hit my face on the wall behind my toilet.
Yeah, because your mom was doing your hair and pulled the one hair that made you knock out.
Yeah, the most random condition ever that the hospital could have come up with. That's rare enough that it doesn't have a name, but they know what it is, and it's if on a certain day you're doing a certain thing to your hair and it gets pulled for that certain hair follicle, it can make you literally pass out.
Dude, I can only imagine how your mom would have reacted. Just, oh my gosh, Lexi!
So the funny thing is so we were in the bathroom near my room, and my room is in a different positioning now than it was. So my headboard used to be up against my window, instead of where my bed is now. And so I got all dressed. We were getting ready to go do a photo shoot with a family. And my mom wanted me to look nice, and I was okay with looking nice, because I was in that phase of, like, I'm a teenage girl and I want to look good. But, like, it was so funny, because apparently my mom was doing my hair, and then I started feeling very lightheaded, and then I thought I said, oh no, and then I don't remember anything after that. Like, and then I remember waking up and being, like, sitting on the toilet, and then my mom, like, me lifting up my head, and my mom, like, pushing a tissue to my nose because I, you know, broke my nose. Like, fell against the flipping wall. But, the next thing I remember is I told my mom, and she's just like, are you okay? Like, I was like, Mom, why didn't you catch me? I said, whoa. And she's like, you didn't say anything, hun. And I'm like, did I just say whoa in my subconscious and I thought it was real? Like, this is so confusing. Like, I totally was, like, dying in my own head, because I was like, did I really not say anything? I totally thought I said it audible. Like, I was freaking out. And on our drive up to the ER, because my mom was like, I have no idea what the heck just happened with you, so we're taking you to the ER through the family photo shoot. We're going to the ER.
I don't care if we had a plan with the family today. You passed out for, like, out of nowhere, so we're gonna go to the ER.
Yeah, and this was after my whole surgery thing, so, like, my parents were already like, what if she has other things wrong with her type feeling?
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I mean, I get that they were concerned with me.
What if she has a disease of some kind, like if it's genetic or if it's caused by something? Because fun fact about epilepsy, it is not always genetic.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like, my parents were very much like, what if she, like, passed out because of, we are pretty sure that I have anemia, just like my mom, where we have a lot of low iron and stuff. Super proud of it because of the anemia. But so that's what my parents thought. Like, oh, she hasn't been getting enough iron, so we need to make sure that that's correct, and we take her to the ER to find that out. But once we found out that it wasn't close to that, it was just the fact that I had a certain hair follicle pulled and it made me pass out. It was so, like, relieving, but at the same time, I'm 20 and I haven't gone in and gotten my blood drawn for a while, so I'm due to make sure that everything still works properly.
I'm 20 and I don't even know what my blood type is.
You know, the funny thing is like my parents, I think both of my parents are O, so obviously all of my brothers and I are gonna be O, and that's the reason why I keep getting calls from the Red Cross, because O is one of the the most universal blood types. It's like O plus or O negative or something that's like super like universal, and the only blood type that it's not compatible with is like AB.
Is it O negative or O positive that's universal? Okay, O positive is a universal donor. O negative is the universal receiver. Negative is the receiver, universal. Positive is the donor, universal. AB positive is platelets, universal. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, a lot of the blood types are super, like, helpful, and then there's the ones that will attack each other, and that's not helpful for anybody. No, it's really not.
You know, because I feel bad for the women that, you know, they get pregnant and they have that certain blood type, where if their husband's a certain blood type, that he has to take, like, really big shots. Like, they're long, thick shots that make it so the blood cells don't go attacking each other and kill the baby. Like, that's literally what it's supposed to do. They have to take these certain shots so that their fetus can live because of the certain blood type they have. It's crazy what has to happen when you have blood type.
Yeah. The sensitivity is
half the reason I know about this fun fact of blood types is because of my good friend who had a heart disease and also had that blood type.
Oh.
She said that if she got pregnant with her now boyfriend, that she'd have to get those shots because she would want to have the baby. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people that have to deal with that stuff. Like, I feel blessed to have the blood type that I do, but holy cow.
And, like, if I'm going based off of freaking science 11th grade, junior year, you know how they did the whole, like, grid thing to do, like, oh, this is how genetics work, kind of thing?
Point square!
Yeah! I used that method to be like, okay, so my dad is O positive? I think my dad's O positive. And my mom is AB negative? AB positive. And so, looking at it, I went, okay, I'm either A or B, and technically, if they're both positives, then there's a chance I could just straight up have O. Would it be O negative or, like, just O? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. So that's, like, kind of, like, basic biology.
Oh, yeah.
With that Punnett square and with the genetic stuff. They teach you that pretty much within the first couple weeks. I mean, the thing is I took the honors biology just because that was one of the subjects that I enjoyed the most. I enjoyed I
think I might have taken AP biology. I know I took AP world history, and man, I got a 2 on the freaking test. Because what I was looking on in like the end of year test for the AP class, whatever that they did, I got a 2.
Hey,
I was like, oh crap. Because looking at it, I was like, I just have to guess. I don't remember learning any of this stuff in my class. I didn't learn any of this. This is garbage.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing is, like, I never took an AP class. I only took the honors classes. But that's because I knew I needed the challenge of the honors classes because of how much I enjoyed those subjects. But I couldn't go as far as AP because of the fact of where the state of my brain was in that point during high school, because I was still getting over a whole lot that happened in high as well. Because I had teachers that weren't so nice in junior high also, so it was like really hard to like move forward.
Yeah.
So, but at the point that I'm at now, it's a lot easier for me to be like, you know what?
I wish there were more like personalized teaching ways, like for public schools, not private schools. Not like, I mean, homeschooling does have it, so obviously it's personalized. You know, it's your own kid that you're teaching. But like, I wish it wasn't just private schools that had the like individual, like, yo, how do you learn? Let's teach you your way.
Yeah. Well, the thing is most of the time in the public schools, they kind of taught in the way that I learned, which is hands-on. Mm-hmm. I learn more hands-on and physically than I do reading it from a textbook. And that's why I really liked chemistry. That's why I really liked the biology, because they taught hands-on. It was never, hey, we're going to read this part from the textbook, and this is all you're going to do. We read from the textbooks because it was, curriculum, but we still had labs where we dissected stuff. And
man, I never dissected a frog. Like, there was a class day where we were supposed to, but my group and me, we didn't. One, the girls were sissies, and two, I just really didn't want to be the one to again do all the work to make sure that our group passed. That was my biggest issue. Was a lot of people relied on me because I was smart and I knew how to do things and I was brave with stuff, and I'm like, I'm not doing it this time. I'm not doing it. I'm pissed off because I'm constantly doing it.
That's who I was too. But I was never the chicken. I was actually one of the only girls in my class that didn't freak out with the whole frog dissection thing. That's also why I took honors biology, because we also got to dissect a baby pig, which was kind of sad, but these were baby pigs that were going to die. They had certain defects, like a heart defect or other things like that. So
the question is, did you name the pig you dissected?
No, I did not. We had some people that did, and I found that so not okay.
It's so wrong.
There's no reason for you to name a pig that you're dissecting that's already dead, because if you were to name a pig, like, the thing is it's the same thing when my cousins, so my uncle, like, has cows, but when they grow up and he doesn't have space for the big cows anymore, he will give them over to a meat company and people will have steak. Yep. They will be made into steak. But the hardest thing is if you get attached to an animal that is designed for food, which cows, chickens, pigs, whatever, and you name those animals.
Sorry to all the vegans and vegetarians out there. We just like meat.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then you're just creating more heartache for yourself. I view it that way. There's just no reason for you to name a already deceased being. Like, here's the thing. If it's a stillborn, it's different when it's a human, though. It's different when it's like a human baby and it's a stillborn baby and you've had a name picked out and all that kind of stuff. That is completely different than an animal. It's completely different when it comes to that. Like, I would never name a stillborn pig, but I would name a stillborn baby because it's human. That was my child. Like, some people consider their animals their children, and that's completely fine and acceptable. Yep. But when it comes to human children, I wouldn't name mine.
I mean, I call my cat my baby, but I understand that he's not a human.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So anyway, I didn't name the pig, but I think the most interesting thing when I was dissecting the pig was there was a lot of the guys that were more stingy about like touching it than the girls that were in my class.
Really?
I find that really interesting. Yeah, well, because like a lot of the girls that were in my class, these girls are super intelligent and like these were smart girls and these were people that knew what they were doing. I don't know if you remember this. This girl, I her her real name is like a really pretty name, but we're gonna call her Clarissa.
Yeah.
We're gonna call her, yeah, we'll call her Clarissa. But she was my buddy in the class, and she was the girl that got in there and opened the pig head so she could hold the pig. Like, she was the girl that went far into doing it, and she like was super into it.
She got
Like,
her hands dirty, huh?
Yeah, well, and the thing is of course we were wearing gloves, you know, kind of had to. We were required to.
Yeah, for health reasons. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think the most interesting thing that I got to experience was holding the pig heart. And here's the reason why. And it's not because of how similar it is to the human heart. It's just because it was a heart in general. You know, like you don't always get an experience where you get to hold a animal's heart or even just a being's heart.
Yeah, that's really not an everyday thing unless you are somebody that works in that field.
Yeah, like the only time that I can think of somebody actually being able to hold a heart is if you work in a meat processing factory and, you know, you get to basically take out the innards of the being that you're basically cutting up, and you get to do that and you get to have that experience. But otherwise, you know, it's like not that simple.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. Cleaning the wall. I think the walls in this are going to be the hardest thing to clean.
Literally, this graffiti is taking forever.
Yeah.
You have access to cleaners, but I do not.
I do?
Yeah, you said you will have the cleaners.
Which cleaners?
For game. Like the multi-purpose cleaner and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have access to that.
Hang on. Hang on, that was the wrong cleaner anyway. Hang on. Where's... You know what, let's just do this. Multi-purpose.
Whoa!
I wish I could trade guns with you and then you could have the multi-purpose.
That'd be so nice.
Just here, take my gun. Take the gun.
Just gonna walk like this.
I'm gonna walk all the way back over here.
Hold on. You should see how you're walking.
Okay. It's stealth mode.
Okay, watch it. Okay, watch it this way though.
Okay.
What?
It's like a weird little gremlin walk. Just did it.
This is the funny thing. I would walk like this in real life. This is with regard to my hips. I would walk like this in real life.
Trace for the metals.
Okay, can I just say I'm super excited for my concert in March. Like, I know I've probably said that before to you, but...
Oh yeah, many times. But I'm happy that you're happy, like, and excited.
Like, I don't know... The thing is like, yeah, it's a concert, and it's, like, I wouldn't say that it's just a concert, but it's a concert. Like, not a lot of people get the opportunity to go to a concert.
No, they don't.
And I have the opportunity to go to a concert of not only my favorite band, but also that Van Halen's son is going to be there as the opening band. So I find that extremely cool.
You're going with the people that you enjoy, and you're going to your favorite band.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all the good things. All good things to those who wait. There we go.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to clean the subway lights now.
Yeah.
As I carefully wait for my brain to come up with another topic.
Dude, we talk a lot.
We do
But
talk
that
a
also-
lot.
It helps that we have ADHD, so we just jump from one topic to the next without even thinking about it, and then we're like,
Dude,
how did we get here?
I don't even remember what started this entire conversation.
You know, neither do I.
I mean, I think from what I'm remembering, like the majority of it was based around school.
Yeah, like horrible memories from school.
Yeah. So
Oh,
something about school.
that's fine. Works.
Clean the light. There we go. La la la. Oh, I never finished cleaning this. Ha 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 ha. That's my ADHD. My undiagnosed. I'm not self-diagnosing, but like it's pretty since they combined ADHD and ADD together to be ADHD. I can now say that maybe I have ADHD. It is quite possible. You have started a battle.
I literally snuck up behind you and started like washing your bum, and then totally just was like pushing you with the water.
Your bum is dirty.
Because you were walking like this, right? And just doing this. I came up behind you and started shooting you with my water.
I was wondering why you went so quiet.
Okay, you don't see what I was doing, okay? So I'm over here, right? So, okay, I can't go any faster. Okay, but I was over here, right? I see you jump from the light and you go up here and I just start. And then I literally like went from pillar like this.
And I'm just like, jump over things, because...
And I was like, pillar to pillar to pillar to hide. And then literally just went... Well, you weren't noticing.
And I completely didn't... I didn't hear you walking, because I was doing my own walking.
Totally like, just made it all sneaky, like...
You sneaky snick.
And my suit is black, so it kind of helps.
Yes.
Helps me blend in.
You being a ninja. She's a ninja. Ninjago?
Oh, my brothers were obsessed with that. So literally Lego Ninjago was literally my brother's favorite. It had the hugest grasp on them for like 6 weeks. And it sucked. Like, here's the thing. It's not a bad show, but it sucked because it's all my brothers wanted to watch. Like,
anything...
no other choice.
Anything, like, seen or used to the extreme is going to become, like, bothersome in some way, like, annoying or whatever. Because, like, sure, it might be good, but, like, dude, I love Phineas and Ferb, but I skip past that intro. It is, oh my gosh. After hearing it so many times, I'm like, nope, I'm done. Nope.
Yeah. Well, one that I a TV show that I've started watching with my parents, which, I mean, seems a little bit like, oh my gosh, you're 20 and you've just started watching this, but at the same time, like, parents.
What is it?
Um, well, Big Bang Theory. It's constantly
Oh my
stuck in my
gosh.
head now. Constantly. And it's not that it's a bad, you know, intro,
The
but
whole
every
universe was in
little
a hot damn state.
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I remember that. Oh.
Science history unraveling the mysteries that all started with the
The
Big
Big
Bang.
Bang Bang!
Hey! Do you know what band sang that?
No.
You know the name? They're called the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh my gosh, my brother really likes them.
They're a Canadian band, and they are the ones that were able to play that song.
Wow.
So, but I feel
Gotta.
like that's super interesting.
Yeah, it is. Friggin', and I didn't even know until like recently that apparently there was like a movie made about Sheldon
Yeah,
and like
there's a
him
TV
growing
show
up.
about Sheldon. Yeah, there's a TV show. It's called Young Sheldon.
Young
It's
Sheldon,
a
yeah.
whole TV show. It's actually a good TV show too because it shows what his family life was like too, and you know, because you only see his mom in the TV show, you don't really see any other characters as far as I know.
Yeah. I mean, we see his brother and like sister occasionally, I guess. I don't know. I just see clips of it on YouTube. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, but like in Big Bang Theory, you only see his mom, but then
Mhm.
in Young Sheldon, you see his mom, his dad, and all that kind of stuff. So it's just so cool.
Can I come in? Oh, I wanted to crawl underneath the chairs.
Oh dang, we're too big.
We're too big. I made a TikTok earlier today about like when you can't go live on TikTok, so you move to Twitch and YouTube instead. Like, well, I'm not gonna be reaching people here. Might as well go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Since I keep getting shadow banned.
That's always so frustrating.
Cause like it's not an official ban. It's just like suddenly nobody is seeing your stuff anymore, or you're not getting like the same amount that you were getting before. And like, although it is nice to get any views, kind of thing, because you know at least somebody's seeing it. But like, when you get popular enough and you see that your view time like goes down dramatically, it's like, okay, well, great. Now I'm shadow banned. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. And then it takes a long time to get basically unshadow banned and all that.
Yeah, because it's like you have to post this often to be put on the the main page, the For You page, and then you have to like post relevant things so that we push you forward, so that you're more likely to get things. But like everybody's different. I don't want to do dancing videos. No, thank you. I don't want to make a bunch of skits constantly. That would wear me out so fast. But I enjoy doing this with my friends like you and my other friends. It's just, this is something I enjoy. And I enjoy making these videos for people to watch. It's a lot of fun. I actually enjoy the editing. Oh man, I'm not very good at it. I really don't think I'd be able to be hired by anybody. Like, I'm not very good. I promise I'm not all that good. But I'm good enough, which means that I can get the work done that I need to be done. Like, sectioning off these videos so that they don't have the bland bits or the bits that don't need to be heard constantly.
Exactly.
And I get rid of, in my Choo Choo Charles videos, I got rid of the quiet sections that were, basically full of nothing. So, yeah. Weirdly enough, I kind of want to leave the graffiti on these chairs because it kind of looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool, but the only thing is that it won't be complete if we leave it.
I know.
which is
But
upsetting. You should
I
be able to
want it.
choose whether you leave it or not.
It looks so pretty with the pink and the green, or not green. I am not colorblind. I just can't speak. It's pink and orange and purple and white. I'm not colorblind. I'm an artist. It's fine.
You know, you saying the colors like that immediately brought my brain to Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat when they're singing about the colors on his coat, and they just go like, I can't even like say the words properly just because of like how it is, but it's like his coat has so many colors. Let's see if I can pull it up really quick. Hold on. I know that.
Heads up, we do not own any of the music shared in this video.
No, none of it. But
I am not claiming to own any of it. It is not mine. It is not hers. None of it.
okay, so the colors in this song, it literally says it was red and yellow and green and brown and blue. Like, and then it goes on and on and on and on and on. Because let me go ahead and see if I can find it. Yeah, red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black, ochre and peach, ruby and olive, violet and fawn, black and gold, chocolate and mold, cream and crimson and silver and rose, azure and lemon and russet and gray, and purple and white and pink and orange and blue.
Jeez.
That literally is what you said, like purple, white, pink, and orange. And I was just like, holy cow. That is literally so weird that, like, it literally popped up the way that it, you know, you said it the way that it's in this song and stuff.
Yeah. It's purple and orange and white and pink. It's pink and orange and white and purple and all that.
Yeah, purple, white, pink, and orange.
All the colors of the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Okay, I'm just gonna say singing this is hard. Like, hard.
Yeah.
It's so weird because you're hearing Joseph go, I look handsome, I look smart, I am a walking work of art. Such a dazzling coat of many colors. How I love my coat of many colors. You know, like he's just like...
He's got a rainbow coat and he's bragging about it.
Yeah, and that's what makes his brothers hate him, you know?
Oh man, I wish I had a cool coat like that. Oh man, that's so cool.
On top of him singing that, right? Because, like, almost directly afterward, you have to start singing with him. It was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach, ruby and olive and violet and fawn. And you keep going, and it's hard for you to take breaths. Like, you just have to keep going, and it's a long line of succession. And it's hard.
That's when you take the deepest breath you can possibly take and barely let out any of the air as you say stuff.
As you continue going, yeah.
You are not allowed to breathe while you sing.
Yeah.
You cannot breathe, otherwise you will fail.
Yeah. I think that song, which is called, like, if you were just to go in the album, it's called Jacob and Sons and then Joseph Coat, because it literally talks about all of Jacob's sons, so Israel's sons, basically. And, like, because it goes, like, the funny thing is, one of the lines in this was, Jacob was the founder of a whole new nation, thanks to the number of children he had. He's also known as Israel, but most of the time, His sons and his wives used to call him Dad. It's
Wow.
literally just so random, but it literally talks about all of his kids. So Reuben is the eldest of the children of Israel, with Simeon and Levi the next in line. Naphtali and Issachar and Asher and Dan. Zebulun and Gad took the total to 9. Benjamin and Judah, which leaves only 1. Joseph, Jacob's favorite son.
Wow.
Like, you'd never realize that many sons and no daughters, what that does to you.
I mean, in the like Bible and stuff, it, you know, they don't really mention the women very often, and I think it's
No.
because to them God saw the women as sacred, like he sees them as sacred, and so
Yeah.
they're not mentioned very much because they're being protected.
Yeah, well, and also in another part of the story, it kind of talks about how um these sons of Jacob, they are not like young kids, they're adults, and so they have wives and families of their own at this point.
Yeah.
But because of what families look like back then in that time, they all still live within each other or like by each other, like very, very close by, so they could all live off the same.
Yep. We share the land.
Which I find cool, but obviously for Joseph to be able to have been sent to Egypt, all this stuff
Yeah.
he didn't have. He didn't have
Yeah.
a wife or anything, because I don't think his brothers would have done things if he had had a wife, but who knows?
I don't know.
Honestly, who knows?
Alright, let's leave it at that, and we'll go like this now.
Oh,
Whee!
my goodness, the graffiti.
It's everywhere.
And taking forever.
I cleaned the bench.
Yay!
One of them.
I just think a small section of wall.
There we go. Multi-purpose.
Is it bad that I haven't had really any sleep this morning?
You haven't what?
I haven't had anything to eat since this morning besides those cookies that I had a bit ago.
That is bad. You need food.
Do
As does
Okay,
everybody
well.
watching this. Go get yourself some food. You know you need it.
You deserve food. I just haven't had time for food.
Well, then make time, you silly goose.
I'll make time. I made time to do this. I'll make time for food.
You did make time to do this, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you.
We've been having fun, so I'm happy with it.
We have been having fun. Alright, where we need... Oh, that's stone. Plastic.
I'm pretty, like, warm right now. Like, I've
Yeah.
got the heated blanket on and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, my toes aren't in it because I have it wrapped around my shoulders, so my toes are cold. But I, like, don't entirely mind my toes being cold.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I am okay where they're at.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, clean the freaking bench. Eh! Ah, da 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 da. Wah, chip, wah, wah, chip, wah. La 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 la. No clue why that came into my head, but it did.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Nutcracker? It's the Nutcracker, and I think... I'm not sure, but I think it might be like the Mouse King song. I could be wrong.
Yeah, probably from Nutcracker.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've never been to a ballet, but I've always wanted to go, weirdly enough. Like, just to have the experience.
Do you want me to be very honest with you?
Yes.
The experience is not what you think. I prefer going to operas, if I'm gonna be completely honest and serious with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just because it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
I've been to more operas in my life than I have ballets, and the funny thing is I was even in ballet. So, like, there's a difference between being in it and being, watching it. And I've watched the Nutcracker a couple times because it was a tradition for my great grandmother before she passed that she would take all the girls in her family to see the Nutcracker during the Christmas season.
Mm-hmm.
And it just never, like, it was fun to watch because of all the music and everything, but I literally only went to ever see something. But ballet dancers are very talented. They're very talented people. It takes me years and years to get as good as people who dance on the stage like that. And you know what? They can be proud of themselves and they deserve everything that comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
Success-wise,
Oh, yeah.
Like they deserve every success in the world because of how hard they've worked to get that good.
Yeah.
So,
Just make sure that you tie your shoes correctly so you don't destroy your feet.
yeah,
We
dancing on point destroys your feet anyway. So,
Yeah. Just be careful. Be careful, you ballerinas out there. Be careful.
we love you, but be careful.
You know I feel like they know the risks, pretty much. Like, they know.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty much all laid out for you when you first start. You're like, okay, well, so if you continue doing this, you're going to have extreme wear and tear on some of your joints and extreme wear and tear on your toes. Just be aware of that.
Fair warning, thought I should tell you. But, you will have ruined limbs. They will not work properly. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where the root of my hip problem started.
Was ballet.
It was me going to ballet when I was a kid. Not me playing softball, not me falling on my hip 100% of the time. No. It was ballet.
Yes.
That's where it all started.
Blame ballet. It's all their fault.
Like, it's a beautiful way of dancing. Beautiful, beautiful. There's a lot of emotion to it. There's a lot of ways to express emotion when you're dancing that way. But there's just the strain that it puts on the body and the way that you feel afterward.
Also, like, I do want to say props to the male ballerinas. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, they have to be so fit to do what they do.
Yeah, for real.
They'll be able to, hold the women the way they do half the time. Like, they have to be so...
Like, for real, just props, guys, props. You do amazing. Oh my gosh. I very clearly would not be able to do that. I think it is quite clear that I am not built for that. Nobody can see me, but I am not built for that.
Yeah. I'm a bit on the, I would say I'm on the kind of the thinner side.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to, like, my body shape and stuff.
You have a very nice figure.
Like...
You have been blessed with a very nice figure.
I feel like you've been blessed too.
Thank you.
you have a very beautiful body.
Thank you. Everybody's body is beautiful. You don't have to be skinny to be happy.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I still have some meat on my bones. I'm not like pencil thin like one of my brothers. I'm not.
You're not.
You are not. Skin and bone. But I have a healthy amount of meat on my body. But the amount of meat on my body would also not be okay for ballet, because for ballet they want you to be skinny.
You gotta be pencil thin to be in ballet.
Yeah, they want you to be pencil skinny. That's okay. But there's just some things that, you can't do a little bit thicker in ballet. So It's better for you to be thin.
Mm-hmm. I think that should just be a thing, cause like, as a bigger human, like I am surprisingly flexible.
Yeah.
I think they just need to give, or even like make a different kind of ballet for the bigger people, so that like we can still do stuff. Cause like we got okay, we may look big, but we have muscles because we carry more.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of built up muscle underneath. And
Yup.
it makes it like you guys are stronger.
Mm-hmm. I just
So-
love my muscle enough that I want to protect it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to protect it. Protect the muscles. The muscles don't protect me, I protect the muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I get all of it? I got the other bench too. Woohoo.
I'm nearly done with this side of the wall.
You got this.
Thank you. Need the encouragement.
I'm gonna keep cleaning the floor.
Ooh,
With a hiccup.
the floor.
Just need to clean the floor. I love the like videos of people cleaning like like people's cars, and the person's like, "Oh, you know, it just needs a wipe down. That'd be nice, thank you." And the person who's the professional at cleaning those things looks at it and goes, "This is dirty as heck."
Yeah, like
I'll show
just a
them
wipe down,
what a
you need the
real
whole thing.
clean car looks like. And they clean it, and oh my gosh. There's like a stark difference from when it started. I'm like, holy crap. You really don't know how dirty your car is until you get it professionally cleaned. You just don't know.
Nope. Don't. I did it.
You did it! I want to clean the floor. Clean the floor. Yo, so we're cleaning the subway, but what if we had to clean the train next? Yo.
Oh wow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you like the game so much, why don't you do it in real life? The game is different. La-di-da. Clean the lights.
Oh.
Yeah, alright. I think we'll go ahead and end this video there for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and have a lovely day.